Good afternoon, sir. My name is Cadet Jacob Kleinjan, and this is my squad mission execution brief. We'll start with the mission statement. First Squad, 1st Platoon, Charlie Company, 1-5 Infantry, attack to destroy Objective Phantom in vicinity of AO Ronin no later than 30 August 2200 in 2024 in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion decisive operation. I say again, 1st Squad, 1st Platoon, Charlie Company, 1-5 Infantry, attack to destroy Objective Phantom in vicinity of AO Ronin no later than the 30th of August of 2200, 2024 in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion decisive operation. Moving on to the concept of the operation. The purpose of Operation Bobcat Lightning is to disrupt enemy forces in AO Ronin by destroying the mortar team in vicinity of Objective Phantom. We will accomplish this mission by conducting an infiltration into AO Ronin to Objective Phantom. And first we'll orient you to the color sketch here. North is going to be facing upwards. Patrol base is located here. This is Route Camaro along the side. Objective Phantom is right here. And then on the right side of the screen you have the coastal mountain range. And then further over to the left you would have the river. Decisive to this operation is the destruction of the physical mortars located in vicinity of Objective Phantom. Indicated here by this purple star on the physical mortar team on Objective Phantom. This action is decisive because by physically destroying the mortars, we prevent enemy forces from reoccupying weapons or reconstituting the mortar team elsewhere in AO Ronin. Ultimately, our objective is to disrupt enemy forces in AO Ronin, and by physically destroying the mortars on Objective Phantom, we're ensuring that they can't use these at a later point to disrupt our operations. Now let's move on to the subordinate units. First, you have the squad main effort right here. Bravo team, which is the assault element. They will be responsible for physically assaulting through Objective Phantom and physically destroying the mortars and eliminating any enemy forces on that objective. The first supporting element is Alpha team, which is located here on OP1. They are the security element for this operation, and their task is to isolate Objective Phantom so that Bravo team can come through and destroy this objective unopposed. And finally, our second supporting element is the gun team over here, which will be doing a support by fire onto Objective Phantom in order to suppress enemy forces on Objective Phantom to enable Bravo team to do their assault. There is some risk that we will assume during this operation. The big number one risk we are looking at throughout the entirety of this operation is all of these high-speed avenues of approach and the possibility of enemy forces arriving in a CSK. That is the main risk we are assuming in this operation. However, we are countering this risk by giving our security element an AT4 and positioning it on high ground that it can see all these avenues of approach to properly be able to destroy and or suppress this CSK. The other risk we are looking at is, as you can see here, as we are moving to the objective, to the ORP, we will pass through an area which we know an enemy reconnaissance squad is active. So assuming we make it to the ORP undetected, there is an enemy reconnaissance squad to our 6. So it's important that during this objective we have someone in security squad or a security team on the OP watching our rear, alerting us if this recon squad wants to flank us. This is why it's so important that this OP has these invisibility lines looking backwards to watch our 6. Moving on to end state. Our end state for terrain is that we have the support by fire placed on this elevated piece of terrain right here with great invisibility lines and fields of fire over not just Objective Phantom, but all these crucial high-speed avenues of approach here. As well as Bravo team making it onto Objective Phantom and destroying those mortars. For civilian and friendly, we want to minimize damage and casualties, and at the end of this operation, we want enemy or friendly forces to be prepared to conduct follow-on missions. And finally, enemy. Any enemy packs that are operating on Objective Phantom need to be eliminated, and these physical mortars need to be destroyed. That is the number one purpose of this objective and the end state we want for the enemy. Moving on to the concept of the operation by phase. First, phase 1, planning and prep. This will all take place in the patrol base over here. The big things here are issuing the warrant order, issuing the op order, and going through any frag wars that happen during this process. We'll talk to adjacent units, second, third squad, get rid of any complexities, and make sure that we're all on the same page. PCCs, PCIs will be conducted in the patrol base during phase 1. The big thing we are expecting for here is demolition equipment. If Bravo team does not have demolition equipment when they assault onto Objective Phantom, they're not going to be able to destroy this mortar. So when we do our PCIs, it is important they have demolition equipment so they can carry out the mission. As well as we'll do any rehearsals in the patrol base to properly get us prepared for this mission. Moving on to phase 2, movement to the objective. This will take place, this will start when we SP from the patrol base, and will be the entirety of our movement from the patrol base to the ORP, regardless if we take route recovery along this kind of like valley around this big hill right here, or if we take our primary route victory, kind of hugging these coastal mountains, staying away from any LDAs during phase 2. Some key things here. Number one thing, concealment. We need to be undetected. As we talked about in situation brief, enemy forces do have artillery. If we are discovered, if our concealment is broken at any point, they will start shooting artillery at us, and that will put a big kind of block in this mission. So it's very important we stay undetected. Additionally, regardless of which route you take, there will be a small LDA crossing. So it's probably important that we rehearse what that looks like so that when we come to that LDA crossing, we know exactly what to do. Another big thing is this enemy reconnaissance squad, which we know is setting a screen across this whole area and will be an issue regardless of which route we take. It's important that we get by them either undetected or we totally eliminate them on the way to the ORP. In the event we get to the ORP undetected, it's important that the security element is watching our 6 to make sure they're not an issue during the actual actions on objective. And then also throughout phase 2, we're sending up sit reps to hire, making sure everybody is good. Phase 4, recon isolation. For this concept operation, we'll go through 3, 4, and 5 quickly, and then we'll go over in a lot more depth in the terrain model. Phase 3, squad leader is going to conduct leaders recon, scout out the support location, the security location, and the assault location. Then they're going to place everybody. Then we're going to conduct actions on. Support by fire is going to suppress, assault element is going to assault through, destroy the mortars, then and then for phase 5, we're going to get off. Pretty simple. We're going to go reverse order of movement, get off the objective, be ready for follow-on operations. All right, if you want to bring it in close, we'll look at the terrain model right here. So this will start in phase 3. The entirety of our squad will be right here in the ORP. Squad leader is going to take the AG, or like the gun team leader, and the alpha team leader. They're going to go out on leaders recon, give a GOTWA to the Bravo team leader who will be staying in the ORP with everybody else. They're going to scout out the support by fire location, make sure they have the fields of fire, the inner visibility lines, make sure we have good cover here. Then they're going to go and support the OP over here and make sure that the security element can see this road here, has visibility on these intersections and on Objective Phantom. And finally, on their way back, they're going to stop at the proposed assault position, make sure that looks good. While they're doing this, they will be checking out TRPs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to make sure that they are actually visible and that they can be used during the operation. And then they will return to the ORP. Everyone will move to the RP here, at which point they will split up. Alpha team will go here to conduct security. The gun team will go here to get their support by fire in place. And Bravo team will move with the squad leader to the assault position. Moving on to phase 4. Actions on objective will be started by squad leader at the assault position, radioing to the support by fire that everybody is set and they are ready to go. At which point, the gun at the support by fire position will open fire on Objective Phantom. At which point, the Bravo team in the assault position will split up onto DOA Cat and DOA Dog, move towards Objective Phantom. At which point they approach the front of the objective, squad leader will radio to the support by fire. They will transition their fields of fire from TRP 1 and 2. They'll shift over here to 4 and 5, creating more than 15 degrees, closer to 20, 30 degrees of separation on the objective, giving our assault element more than enough room to get through here. As they're assaulting, their TRP will be TRP 2 and TRP 6 as they're moving through. They will move across phase line giant, phase line commander, and phase line cowboy. Specific emphasis on destroying any enemy forces on the objective and destroying that mortar once they get there. After they destroyed this mortar, they will continue to assault. They will reach PL Cowboy, which is our limit of advance. They'll stop, do EPW, do search and litter, double, triple check that mortar is destroyed and cannot be used. At which point, we will move out of phase 4 into phase 5. We will come off the objective quickly in the opposite order in which we came on. The assault element will come off, support by fire element will come out of their support by fire location, and then security element will be the last ones out, and we'll make our way to the ORP and get back to the patrol base. Important during phase 5 is we need to be quick. We know they have artillery that can respond within 10 minutes. We need to be fast, get off this objective. Moving on to the coordinated instructions. We have our commander's critical information requirements, which is comprised of the priority intelligence requirements and the friendly force information requirements. The PIR is what the commander wants. If we get any of these things, we'll report it and we will get follow-on guidance. ID of enemy defensive obstacles in AO Ronin, enemy troop and equipment movements greater than or equal to a platoon size, ID of HQ-16, or if the enemy becomes aware of Cougar CO and AO Ronin. Moving on to the friendly force information requirements. If any of these things happen, we will have to stop and figure out what to do. Hard or soft compromise, key weapon system failure, or friendly casualties. Finally, our essential elements of friendly information, we need to protect these things. Operational products, ComSec, Commo card, and unit locations. All these things must kept safe as to not compromise our operation. Finally, big pieces here. When we do our PCCs and PCIs in the patrol base, make sure we have demo equipment. This mission depends on it. And finally, priorities of work throughout this entire mission are concealment and security, communication, and weapon maintenance. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great weekend.